The day before Christmas, and all through the state, the clouds are increasing as moisture awaits. The stormies are getting ready to blow. What does that mean for your travel forecast? Ho ho ho. Well, the good news is we're not expecting a widespread severe weather event today, tonight, or early tomorrow morning, but we will have weather to deal with, and the same applies for Thursday. Let's talk about it in this Christmas Eve edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 24th of December, 2024. I'm Texas Storm Chaser's BALDY-IN-CHIEF David Reimer. The weather is not going to be as quiet as I would have preferred for Christmas Eve, but alas, Mama Nature's going to do what Mama Nature's going to do, and that means we do have to talk about the chance of thunderstorms getting into this afternoon and tonight as a cool front moves southeast across the state. Now, let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty here. We're not forecasting a tornado outbreak today. We're not forecasting a tornado outbreak on Thursday. Yes, we are going to have storms today, and yes, we're going to have storms the day after Christmas on Thursday. Some of them are probably going to be on the rowdy side with pocket change size hail, strong wind gust, and yes, perhaps a tornado or two each day, but that does not mean we're doing a repeat of December 26, 2015. So, y'all doomsdayers, go sit down and drink an eggnog. It's good for you in some way, shape, or form. Let's start off with the fire weather outlook. Next couple of days, generally speaking, low to moderate fire danger across the state from the Texas A&M Forest Service, but we will have the potential slightly higher across the Big Bend, the Trans-Pecos, into the Davis-Guadalupe Mountains and borderland at, well, today, Christmas Day, into Thursday. Let's start off by looking at the severe weather outlook. This is for today, tonight, into early Wednesday morning from the Storm Prediction Center. The potential for isolated severe thunderstorms remains evident across portions of the coastal plain, south central Texas, the hill country, central Texas. A change from prior outlooks has been the expansion of this risk farther west to include places like Corpus Christi, George West, San Antonio, Austin, Killeen, hill country area, all the way up 35 through central Texas, north Texas, along south of Interstate 20 from near DFW, and then Ryan I-30 up to Greenville, over to Mount Pleasant, south to include East Texas, the Brazos Valley, southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, the Piney Woods of East Texas. One way to look at this, risk is going to generally begin across northern portions of this risk zone by early to mid-afternoon, and will progress southeast this evening, tonight, into early Wednesday as a line of thunderstorms. We may have some individual storms try to get going ahead of that line across southern portions of this risk zone this evening, and if that happens, we will have to keep an eye out for the possibility of maybe a spin-up tornado. Otherwise, the main risk by far with the most intense storms, meaning not all storms are going to do this, pocket change size hail, dimes, nickel, quarter, half dollars, or for those of you who don't know what physical U.S. currency is anymore, that is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter up to 1 1/4 inch in diameter. Could have localized wind gusts 50 to 60 miles per hour. That's enough to cause some modest wind damage. And again, the tornado risk overall is very low, but not completely zero, especially across portions of south central Texas, the coastal plains, and southeast Texas, the middle and upper Texas Gulf coasts. All right, let's take a look at the high-res rapid refresh model. This is going to give us a guesstimate on the timeline for thunderstormies today, tonight, into Wednesday morning. You can see we're going to have storms ongoing by lunchtime across portions of Texoma, North Texas, even across portions of East Texas. We'll have showers this morning. They'll gradually become more organized. We'll start seeing storms embedded within. And then, well, it's going to be a wet day. As we go into this afternoon, some storms across East Texas as well. Tonight, a line of storms will become more organized with some threat of damaging winds, pocket change size hail. Can't completely rule out a brief tornado, with that line moving southeast tonight across, well, southern North Texas, central Texas, south central Texas, the Brazos Valley, southeast Texas, East Texas, the Golden Triangle. It does look like some of this will continue into Christmas morning, after midnight tonight into the pre-dawn hours tomorrow, before moving off the Texas Gulf Coast out into the Gulf of Mexico and Louisiana, probably by sunrise Christmas Day, leading to what should be a mostly quiet day in the weather department across the state of Texas tomorrow. That being said, clouds and fog will remain possible across, well, northern half of the state, eastern half of the state. So it may not be the prettiest Christmas day, but we should be done with the storm issues by sunrise tomorrow morning. That being said, yes, we would encourage you to keep an eye on things as we get into this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow morning, just in case you have some issues arise locally, and we'll be keeping an eye on things as well. Please, I attest wholeheartedly, I don't want to have to do severe weather coverage today, tonight. Like you might expect, Christmas Eve, we got plans, but we'll be here. We've got chasers out and about, and if we end up having tornado warning issues, we'll do our best to have live severe weather coverage. I might be out of the corner of a small bedroom I'm located in at the moment, but we'll make it work somehow. And again, tomorrow we should be okay. By sunrise onward through the day, tomorrow should be okie dokie artichoke in the weather department across Texas. This takes us into Thursday. We're going to switch over to the Long Range American Weather Model Global Forecast System. In fact, I'm going to use some of my magical temporal powers here and pause this so we can talk about what we expect. Now, you can see here the simulated radar, the how hard it's raining mode, plus cloud cover. Those arrows, those are wind arrows. We're going to have a dry line setting up along Interstate 35, probably early Thursday afternoon, it looks like. Area of low pressure across southern Oklahoma, wraparound moisture into the Panhandle. I don't have the front shown on here because I'm not paying $10,000 a month for some fancy software that would allow me to do that automatically, and I didn't have time to draw it out, so sorry, not sorry, it is what it is. But dry line along 35, you can see scattered showers and storms underway early Thursday afternoon. Northeast Texas, East Texas, extending south into portions of the Brazos Valley and even southeast Texas. Some of these storms could be on the strong to severe side with pocket change size hail, gusty winds, maybe a brief tornado or two. All right, let's continue this loop. Here's 6 p.m. Thursday. You can see model's actually pretty rambunctious with this thunderstorm activity across portions of the Arklatex, northeast Texas, east Texas. We could have some heavy rainfall, gusty winds, pocket change size hail. But notice it is actually faster with this now and has it east of Texas by late Thursday evening with a, well, kind of a back-building line of storms into southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, the coastal plains by 9 p.m. Thursday. Wouldn't be completely shocked if this slows down a bit. And if it does, that would push this starting line a little further west, and we may have to deal with it a little later into Thursday. But Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, we may have some rough weather across northeast Texas, east Texas, eastern North Texas, maybe into the Brazos Valley, maybe into parts of southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle. We'll get more specific on the severe weather threat, if any, once we get past today. Let's focus on one day at a time, and that means we're going to focus on today before we deal with Thursday, but understand we could have some rough weather eastern third of Texas Thursday as well. If this is right, most of the state will be quiet by Thursday evening. You can see as we go into Friday, instead of this system sticking around, it actually pushes east of the state to where we'd be pretty much doing well by, Friday, and even into parts of Saturday. Still some rain chances, showers at times, but notice we're not really doing anything crazy in the storm department here. Now, this is just one weather model. We'll see if that's correct, or if the system, like models showed yesterday, is going to try to stick around into Friday and Saturday. But at this point, we're watching 2 days. Today, tonight, and early Christmas morning. Quiet most of Christmas Day and Christmas night. And then Thursday afternoon, maybe as early as late Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, eastern third of Texas for another round of thunderstorms. And then that all probably moves east of the state by early Friday morning, which, again, I'd be perfectly happy with. Now, here's the forecast rain totals over the next 5 days. This is today through 6 a.m., Sunday, the 29th of December. This encompasses a couple rounds of rain, so it's not all going to fall at once. But again, This lines up well with the forecast showing the highest rain chances with both the system today and Thursday. Across the eastern third of the state, we could see 1.5 up to 4 inches of rain. North Texas along and east of I-35 from Gainesville, DFW, Waco, Austin, east into northeast Texas, East Texas, southeast Texas, the Brazos Valley, the Golden Triangle, the Piney Woods of East Texas. There you go. Rain chances not as high west of 35, but we could still see maybe quarter up to an inch of rain. Northwest Texas, western North Texas, west of I-35, towards the Big Country, Hill Country, down into parts of south central Texas, the coastal plains. Maybe over 1/10 of an inch of rain. Eastern Texas Panhandle, Abilene, just east of San Angelo, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, points east. West of that, we're not going to see anything over 1/10 of an inch of rain on a widespread basis, so this won't be much of a rain event, if any, for y'all out west. But if it makes you feel better, it's not going to be a winter storm either, so at least you don't have to deal with travel impacts out there in that department. All right, temperatures the next several days. Well, today, highs cool in the Panhandle, fog, and here we go again with that. Only in the 50s, low 50s, maybe upper 40s. Panhandle, West Texas, 50s into the Permian Basin, Big Country, Northwest Texas behind that front. Rest of the state, we're looking at 60s and 70s, with the exception of the Edwards Plateau, South Texas, the Rio Grande Plains of Rio Grande Valley. Y'all are going to be in the mid-80s. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. As we go into tomorrow, more of a north to south uniform difference across the state. Highs 50s in the Panhandle, West Texas, Northwest Texas, Texoma. Looking at 60s along the Interstate 20 corridor from Shreveport, Louisiana, west through Longview, Tyler, DFW. Out towards Eastland, Abilene, Sweetwater, Midland, Odessa, down towards Pecos. And then we're going to have 70s across the southern half of the state, with 80s still, deep south Texas, the Rio Grande Valley, Rio Grande Plains. Here's Thursday. Similar story, but a little warmer. South Texas, with some folks flirting with 90 the day after Christmas. Overall, it's going to stay on the warm side. Yeah, in the Panhandle, it's going to be cooler, highs in the 50s, upper 40s, but, I mean, it's a couple days after Christmas? To be honest, that's not all that atypical, and certainly not on the extreme cold side. And then a warm-up begins statewide beginning Friday, continuing through the weekend. It looks like we'll see highs across most of the state up into the 60s, 70s, and 80s going into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and probably even Monday of next week. So again, could have active weather going across the eastern third, eastern 40% of the state. The afternoon into tonight. Hopefully nothing too rambunctious, but we can't completely rule it out, so we'll keep an eye on it. But hopefully I've at least eased some minds in the element. We're not expecting significant tornado issues. That being said, the threat's not zero today or Thursday, so be sure to have a way to keep an eye on what's going on. You can do that with the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. We've got interactive weather radar. If we have to do live severe weather coverage, we'll get that posted on the app website, our social media channels as well. And of course, you can always get your local weather forecast as well. Just search for the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. We'll have updates as necessary throughout the day. I don't think we're going to be putting another video out necessarily. It's going to be pretty difficult schedule-wise, but we'll have graphics, text updates posted. We'll try our best to also include that in the community section of our YouTube channels, otherwise on the other platforms we use. And, I mean, if we have higher-end severe weather issues, we'll do our best to have coverage later on today and tonight. Hopefully it won't be needed, and after today, we'll focus on Thursday. With all that being said, I will do my best to have a weather roundup out bright and early Wednesday, Christmas morning, talking about the weather expected for Thursday onward. So, with that being said, if I don't get to see y'all again today, have a Merry Christmas, safe travels if you're heading out and about. We'll be keeping an eye on the sky. Hope you'll do the same and join us. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer. Have a great Tuesday. God bless.